Yes, students, now we start with the next topic of 12th standard, that is the first chapter, that is relation and function. In this relation, we already have studied the 11th standard also. First chapter is also, second chapter is relation and function, same as this. The first part of this topic is relation. What is the relation? Let me suppose, let A and B are two non-empty set, and R be the relation from A to B defined by R. A to B is a subset of the Cartesian product. Is a subset of the Cartesian product. How we can find out the Cartesian product? Let me suppose that A is said elements are 1, 2 and B is said whose elements are 2, 3. Then how we can find out A cross B? That is 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 2 and 2, 3. This is the Cartesian product of the sets. These are already studied in the 11th standard also. Then R, relation R from A to B is a subset of the Cartesian product, and we also know that every set is subset of itself. Therefore, R is subset or equal to A cross B. A cross B represent the Cartesian products of the set A and B. Cross Cartesian product of set A and set B. It is necessary A and B are two non-empty sets. For example, let us suppose that A is a set whose elements are 1, 2, 3 and B is a set whose elements are 3, 4, 5 and 6. And the relation R is defined by A, B, where the condition is B equals to 1 plus A for all. For all, A belongs to set A and B belongs to this. A belongs to set A and B belongs to set B. For all the values of A, let us suppose that put A equals to 1 in this equation. 1 plus 1, 2. B equals to 2, but 2 is not in the second set, so therefore 2 is not belongs to B. Similarly, when we put A equals to 2, because A is always belongs to the first set, A equals to 2, B equals to 1 plus 2, 3, 3 is also like the second set. A equals to 3, then B equals to 1 plus 3, 4, 4 is also belongs to the second set. So this relation is also defined by 2 is related to 3 and 3 is related to 4. 2 is related to 3 and 3 is related to 4. It is also defined by 2, 3 and then by using the arrows diagram, set A, the elements are 1, 2, 3. Set B, elements are 3, 4, 5 and 6. And R is the relation from A to B defined by this. This 2 is related to 3 and 3 is related to 4. This is the relation. This R is the relation, and now we check this R is a subset of the Cartesian product. In this Cartesian product 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6. Then 3, 3, 3, 4, 3, 5 and 3, 6. And now we check all these two elements are belongs to A cross B. The next part is what is the domain? What is the domain of the relation? This the set of the first elements of the order pair. Set of the first element is 2 and second element is 3, and the subset of the element of set A which are mapped with the element of set B. These elements are known as the domain. Set is known as the domain. So what is the domain of this relation? 2, 3, because 2 is related to 3 and 3 is related to 4. Those elements of the first set which are mapped with the element of second set. These elements, the set of these elements are known as the domain. Domain is always belongs to the first set. The set subset of first set which are mapped with the element of the second set is called the domain. Therefore, domain is 2, 3. In other words, if we find the relation R in this, the set of the first elements of the order pair 2 and 3, or if we represent the arrow diagram, 2 is related to 3 and 3 is related to 4. This 2 is related to 3 and 3 is related to 4. The set of the first element 2 and 3, that is the domain. And what is the range? Range is always is a subset of the second set, or the subset of the second set which are mapped or related to the first elements of first set. 2 is related to 3 and 3 is related to 4. Then the subset of the second set elements, that is 3 and 4. The range is 3 and 4. Domain is always lying from the first set and its range is always lying from the second. In other words, डोमेन हमेशा फर्स्ट सेट के एलिमेंट्स को बिलोंग करेगा और जो रेंज है वो सेकंड सेट से बिलोंग करेगी। फर्स्ट सेट के वो एलिमेंट जो सेकंड से मैप्ड है वो उनका जो सेट होगा दैट इज नोन एज द डोमेन, और सेकंड सेट के वो एलिमेंट जो फर्स्ट से मैप्ड है उन एलिमेंट का जो सेट होगा दैट इज कॉल्ड द रेंज। एंड द नेक्स्ट पार्ट इज inverse relation. If this is the relation 2 is related to 3 and 3 is related to 4, then let R be a relation from A to B defined by A to B, and inverse relation R, it is denoted by R inverse, and the relation is vice versa from B to A, then this R inverse is denoted by 3 is related to 2 and 4 is related to 3 is related to 2 and 4 is from this 3 is related to 2 and 4 is related to 3. It represents the R inverse. And what is the domain and range? And then the domain and range of the inverse function are always interchange. जो range की जो फर्स्ट रिलेशन के जो डोमेन है वो उसका रेंज बन जाएगा और जो रेंज है वो डोमेन बन जाएगा। The next topic is type of the relations. The type of the relations, first type identity function. Let me suppose that A is a set of the element B to A and R is the relation on the set A defined by A, B, B, C, C, or in the identity relation every element of the set is related to itself. That relation is known as the identity. Every element of the set is related to itself, then that relation is known as the identity relation. In this part, there are two relations are given. First, R, one A, B, B, C, C. Because every element is related to itself, therefore R is an identity relation. Let us suppose the second relation is given A, B, B, and C, C. Because R1 is not an identity, because this relation also containing one more element except the identity element. Therefore, R is an identity relation and R1 is not an identity relation because this R1 relation containing this element A, B. Therefore, R1 is not an identity relation. Type 2, reflexive relation. Identity and reflexive relation are most probably similar. There is one more smaller difference. Again, I repeat. Let A is a set whose elements are A, B, C, and R be the relation on the set A is defined by A, B, C, C. So, therefore, every element is related to itself. Yes, R is a reflexive relation. R1, A, B, C, C, A, B, and B, A. In the reflexive relation, every element of the set is related to itself. इसके अलावा कुछ और एलिमेंट भी हो सकते हैं, पर कंडीशन पहली कंडीशन आइडेंटिटी कंडीशन फुलफिल होनी चाहिए जरूर। Every element of the set is related to itself. इसके अलावा एक्स्ट्रा कुछ हो सकता है, पर आइडेंटिटी में ऐसा नहीं होता। आइडेंटिटी में only those elements which are related to itself, और उसके अलावा कोई एलिमेंट नहीं होना चाहिए। But in the reflexive सारे एलिमेंट अपने आप से रिलेटेड होने चाहिए, उसके अलावा कुछ हो सकता है, नहीं हो तो भी चलेगा, हो भी सकता है, तभी वो रिफ्लेक्सिव है। दिस इज द मेजर डिफरेंस बिटवीन आइडेंटिटी रिलेशन एंड द रिफ्लेक्सिव रिलेशन। सो देयरफॉर R and R1 both are reflexive। R is reflexive as well as identity, but R1 is only reflexive but not identity. Okay? Next part, next relation is symmetric relation. Let R be the relation on the set A is said to be symmetric relation if and I double F. The meaning of the I double F is if and only if A is the set whose elements are A, B, C, and in case of symmetric, if A related to B, that relation also containing B related to A. अगर उस सेट में A B से रिलेटेड है तो उस B भी A से रिलेटेड होना चाहिए. That these type of the relations are known as symmetric relation. R relation A is related to B, therefore B is also related to A. For example, A set whose elements are 1, 2, 3, 4 and R1 is the relation is given by 1, 3, 1, 4, 3, 1, 2, 2 and 4, 1. Now you check in R1. 1 is related to 3, therefore 3 is also related to 1. 1 is related to 4, therefore 4 is also related to 1. Therefore R1 is symmetric relation. But in R2, 1 is related to 1, 2 is related to 2, 3 is related to 3, 1 is related to 3, but 3 is not related to 1. Therefore R1 is not symmetric. R2 is not, R1 is symmetric, but R2 is not symmetric because 1 is related to 2, but 3 is not related to 1 in this relation. Therefore R1 is symmetric, but R2 is not asymmetric. Third part, transitive relation. Let R be the relation on the set A is said to be transitive if and only if. In that relation, if A is related to B and B is related to C, therefore it is necessary that relation also containing A is related to C. If 1 is related to 2 and 2 is related to 3, therefore it is necessary there is a relation between 1 and 3. Then it is necessary there is a relation between 1 and 3, that is A and C. If 1 is related to B, A is related to B and B is related to C, therefore A is also related to C. Therefore R is known as a transitive relation. For example, if R is the relation of the similar triangles in a plane. R is the set of the similar triangles in a plane. First, every similar triangle is similar to itself. Every triangle is similar to itself. Then the triangle, the relation is reflexive. Second, if first triangle is similar to second, therefore second is also similar to first. If this triangle is similar to this, therefore this is also similar to this. Therefore that relation is symmetric. Third part, if first triangle is similar to second and second is similar to third, therefore first and third are also similar. If one triangle is similar to this and this triangle is similar to third, therefore first and third are also similar. Therefore that relation is known as transitive relation. Or in other words, one R with the relation of the perpendicular lines. For example, R is the perpendicular lines in a plane. If first the relation of perpendicular line is symmetric, reflexive, no, because every line is not perpendicular to itself. Therefore relation is not reflexive. If L1 is perpendicular to L2, therefore L2 is also perpendicular to L1. Therefore the relation is known as symmetric relation. Third, if L1 is perpendicular to L2 and L2 is perpendicular to L3, then it is not necessary first or third are perpendicular. Therefore that relation is not a transitive. ये कोई जरूरी नहीं कि कोई भी एक रिलेशन रिफ्लेक्सिव भी हो, सिमेट्रिक भी हो, ट्रांजिटिव भी हो. एक हो सकता है और एक नहीं हो सकता. The next part and very important topic of related to this, that is the equivalence relation. This is very important topic for the relation, that is an equivalence relation. Let R be a relation on set A said to be an equivalence relation on A if and only if the relation is reflexive, वो relation reflexive होना चाहिए, the relation is symmetric भी होना चाहिए, और relation is transitive. वो ये एक ही relation reflexive भी हो, symmetric भी हो और transitive भी हो. If a relation is reflexive, symmetric as well as transitive, then the relation is known as an equivalence relation. For example, let R be the relation on the set of parallel lines in a plane. Parallel lines in a plane is defined by R, L1 and L2. L1 is parallel to L2 for all L1 and L2 belongs to L. L represents the line. First, reflexive. If every line is parallel to itself, this is one line. Every line is parallel to itself. L1 is this, L2 is this, L3 is this. Every line is parallel to itself. Therefore, the relation is reflexive. Second part, symmetric. If L1 is parallel to L2, therefore it is necessary L2 is also parallel to L1. If this line is parallel to this, therefore it is necessary this is also parallel to this. That the relation is known as symmetry. Third case, if this line is parallel to this and this line is parallel to this, therefore first and third are also parallel. First line is parallel to second and second is parallel to third. Therefore it is necessary first and third are also parallel, because it is given in a plane, in the same plane. If L1 is parallel to L2 and L2 is parallel to L3, therefore it is necessary L1 is also parallel to L3. Therefore that relation is transitive, and this relation is reflexive, symmetric as well as transitive. Therefore this relation is known as an equivalence relation. So therefore again I repeat, what is that equivalence relation? A relation R on the set A is said to be an equivalence relation if and only if the relation is reflexive on the given set. Second, the relation is symmetric on the given set, and relation is transitive on the given set. If that relation satisfies all the three properties, then the relation is called or said to be an equivalence relation. Out of these three, any one is not satisfied, then the relation is not an equivalence relation. इसी भी सेट के इक्विवेलेंस रिलेशन को प्रूव करने के लिए जरूरी है कि वो तीनों की तीनों प्रॉपर्टीज सेटिस्फाई करे, वो रिफ्लेक्सिव भी हो, वो सिमेट्रिक भी हो, वो ट्रांजिटिव।